Okay, welcome to round 13 of 15 of the 2022 Lake George tournament. If you're watching this the week of October 9th, 2023, that means it's just a week away from 2023 Lake George tournament. So I'll get the last game out right as the tournament begins this Friday. Playing Jared Capel. Jared had just achieved the esteemed rating of 2000 in one of the early bird events of this tournament. So he was on a tear at this point. And definitely confident in his Scrabble playing ability. So very quickly, he opens with Vampy. 38 points. Keeping UN, that was definitely the correct decision.
Brings you to 38.
Let me check.
And kind of awkward rack to start things off for me. Nothing much to score with. Options kind of weren't so great. TAU for 15 just gave back too much scoring, it seemed, so I wanted to play something from the V in the end.
18.
So I had to play Valuta. I could also play Vault, keep the extra vowel, things a little bit more contained. Valuta is also fine. And Jared draws into pretty nice second turn. He's sitting on the bingo of Root Men through the M. Also had Outbrain for 62. Root Men is clearly better. 2 extra points doesn't open anything substantial.
You do have to check the score every turn. 102.
Myself sitting on BDE triple I blank. And it's actually a pretty cool option of Bleeny for 7 here. I think what I did made a little bit more sense. Opens a little bit more of the right side of the board, scores more points. So BD for 15 comes down, untriplicating my eyes, hoping to strike next turn. This situation, Jarzak was DH, triple I, OU, so the I's are coming out very early. I know this because he provided me with some of his racks. Look what I draw, DEIISC blank. I am going to bingo. He isn't blocking the double-double, this is great. Huri comes down. I, of course, am down almost 90 points here, but I'm going to make things reasonable with a double-double through the eye, of which there are 3 available. Oh, there's 1 through the U, nudities. Digitized dimities and
82.
irritides, or irritides, plural of iritis. Bony plural, actually. This is not a word. But it is almost impossible to challenge this unless you've come across it being phony before. It makes perfect sense. So many words ending in itis, pluralized to ides. Such as otitis, very well known word, otitis, otitis. I can't pronounce any of these things. But yes, something like digitize, nudities, or dimities would be better because those are valid plays. But I was very confident I'd get away with this. Misedit also scoring 82, but not as good defensively. You have a little laugh in the middle of the game. Some silly thing happened on an adjacent board. Wire comes down. I have a 40-point deficit, but this draw was very nice. Able to score extremely well. My U and with my X. Unsex is the play for 66. Unisex also available in the same spot, but opens a triple. Pretty much no reason. 2 points. It's not worth giving up to open that triple. Jared comes right back with a bingo of Goitered. So we have Slugfest here. This position, a pretty balanced rack. A couple of ways to deal with it. I could play underneath, but because those eyes came out so fast, I have one of the last 2 remaining eyes. I am in absolutely no rush to use this spot. There are no U's remaining either. So I decide I am keeping my eye. This is going to be a very nice spot for me most of the time. Let's play flop.
27.
Calf is the play by Jared,
244.
being EDLN. So keeping pretty well. Here I have the bingo of nerving. Nowhere to play it, no O for Vigneron either. And I decide to use the spot. Honestly, this might have been incorrect. But none of the plays that I had that didn't use the eye up and didn't use a spot seemed to make any sense. I didn't see Ravine, and that's a pretty cool play. But I decided to play Riven, keep the G, but if I don't draw an eye, I'm gonna have to bingo to this eye myself. So that was my idea. Play Riven and hope to draw an ING bingo through this Eye of Dwyer and take some points. But unfortunately, Swindler comes down. I take a moment to consider whether this is a word or not, and I came to the conclusion that indeed it was, and there was no use trying to hold or challenge, and I'm back in the bin. A little bit in trouble here. I'm down 73, and my rack is not very good. I play Kalong. Not sure. I considered just playing along to set up the K and hope for the turn after to help me out. Try to bingo the turn after, but this board is rapidly losing bingo spots, and I decided I needed to go straight for bingo from the C here, or some other bingo on an unlikely part of the board. I draw the blank. Jab comes down, which neutralizes this bingo spot, so all I have left here is the C and maybe some very unlikely bingos here or through the T. And indeed, I drew 2 bingos through the T, the better of which is Oestrone, potentially. This scores 1 more point. I'm not sure if I saw it, but maybe my thought process was that I'm probably going to need another bingo to win.
9 to 344.
So I'm down 83, I'll be down 25 after this play. So if I induce a play here, maybe I can draw a play from the C, but I think that is way too desperado of a decision. I should have played Oestrone and tried to contend with my deficit. Get a good draw. Maybe he has the Q, maybe he's suffering. If he has the Q, he's going to be able to score. So yeah, this might not have been the greatest decision.
42.
It's definitely desperate. Fortunately, Jared does have the very important Z tile to score 42. And I'm down 67. So maybe I do need a bingo. Maybe I did make the right decision. And look at this draw, CEM-NORS. I can actually go somewhere with this. If I am to just draw an A, get rid of my M, I can draw Narcos in this very weird spot making swindlers. And he might be more concerned, no pun intended, I'm 1 letter off of that, with the C. Acrosians, concerts also available if I draw one of the T's or one of the I's. Indeed, I draw the I, but he blocks. Could have prevented this. I could have played HOM to disincentivize Jared from blocking the spot with something like Aft, but that might have even made him more worried about the C, and I really was going for one of those 3 A's, so I think Mag was the correct play. I needed to draw a bingo, but I also needed him not to have certain play like QI leaving one in the bag. I'm gonna make a full video about this position because it's actually really fascinating. Let's just keep going here. He played aft. I drew the eye. He blocked my bingo. I played the eye off,
32.
but of course he just blocks the Narcos spot, and now I have no time left. I have under 10 seconds in this position.
30.
I'm down to 4 seconds, I believe, after the play of case. I need to go out very quickly unless I want to lose 10 points for the time penalty.
23.
Cat comes down and I try as fast as I can to play Nor, but I play NRO and I flag. So even if I had played Nor properly, I would have lost 10 points. So bad.
Didn't even see what
Jared didn't even notice what I did, but once I realized, I just took my tiles back in shame. What a hilariously dumb blunder.
Too casual.
like here.
Too casual is what I say
Oh.
to Jared. I didn't leave myself with enough time, clearly.
I mean, spread isn't gonna matter at this point, probably.
I'm already putting his play on the board, but this game is over. Jared plays gay for 11 to go out. And that'll do it, folks. I lose the game 383 to 491. And pretty much lose out on my chances of winning the tournament. Maybe I can still get a cash prize.
So I have it as 491 to 383.
But I don't actually have 383, I have 373 because of the time penalty.
Yeah.
452.
But
No.
this is a funny game,
Oh yeah. Okay.
kind of tough one for me, but
373.
I had a chance. The A was actually unseen. I had a 1 in 4 shot of getting Narcos and winning the game. See you on the next episode.